Okay, setting up live stream right now. Getting ready to go live in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Marketing Bigly with Mark Vila. So what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about the 10 commandments for modern marketing. These are what I consider my 10 commandments for modern marketing, and I want to talk to you about what that means, okay? So what are the 10 commandments? These are 10 things that are just, I think, true and hard facts for marketing in today's modern world. These are 10 things that you have to do, that you have to pay attention to all the time. So I want to talk to you about what these are, and we'll go through one at a time. Just for one thing, it started storming out a few minutes ago, and that drives my dog crazy. So I suspect she'll be cool. She's kind of chilling right now, but if you start hearing whimpering or clampering around of feet, well, then you know what's happening. She's kind of freaking out a bit. But I care about you guys just as much, and I care about my dog. I really wanted to deliver this out to you today. So storm or not, the show must go on. So let's get right to it then. So the 10 commandments. Number 1, okay, the first commandment in my 10 commandments for modern marketing is it's science, not intuition. Okay, so if you're in marketing or you're just getting going, then you've probably discussed with people marketing ideas in the past, or you've told people things, and people have a lot of things that they might feel are a really good idea. It feels to you like it's a good idea. It feels to your business partners or your friends or your colleagues. They say, no, this sounds really, really good. This is really good. And you've got to go with that, right? Because you've got to start somewhere. You've got to create pieces of content somehow, right? You've got to create marketing content. So what do? You think of a bunch of ideas. You narrow it down to 1 or 2 or 3 that are the ones you're going to go with because you feel pretty good that they're the right way to go. And further from that, though, you should be looking at data. Okay, you need to look at the science behind it, and you need to treat marketing like a science. So that means you need to test things. You need to go with what's happening, in the world, in the modern world today. You might not have particularly good feelings about Facebook, but there are so many people on Facebook, and they are responding to marketing every second of every day, that just because you don't feel that it's something that you like does not mean it's necessarily a good decision to avoid it. Other things might be what you feel when you're actually creating something. So if you're creating, say, an email that you're going to send out, or an advertisement you're going to create, and you feel this is a good idea and you put it out there, if it begins to not perform, meaning that if people are not responding to your marketing, then that means it is not good. And that's okay? You need to go with the data. You need to go with science. So as you're thinking about your marketing, you need to be looking at everything that comes around it. Are people responding to it? Are people engaging it? Are people watching the video? Are people listening? Are they calling a phone number you ask them to call? Are they clicking a link? Are they reading your emails? Whatever it is, you have to look at the data. You can't get your feelings hurt, and you can't realize that your intuition is everything, okay? So you need to be humble when you're marketing. And if your gut is telling you something and you're doing it and it's not working, then your gut was wrong, and that's okay. You need to be humble with your marketing. Remember that it's science, not intuition. Intuition can be a place where ideas can come from and a place where you start from, but you need to look at science behind marketing. You need to test your marketing, and you need to look at every single piece of the results if you want it to get better and better. So that's number 1. Number 2 is actually why you're watching this now and why I'm doing it. Number 2 is an educated marketer is a great marketer. Okay, so in today's modern world, marketing is changing crazy fast. I mean, you probably know this if you're watching this, but I couldn't be doing this what I'm doing right now just a handful of years ago. Okay, Facebook advertising changes like crazy. Email marketing and how that work is constantly changing. Where people want to be is changing. Okay, so as that's consistently changing, you need to understand what's happening. You need to continually educate yourself. You need to continually learn new things. You've got to figure out what's next, what's on the horizon, where are you now, what did you do in the past, what might be in the future, what are new words, what is VR, and virtual reality, and is that going to be something I need to be concerned about as a marketer or as a small business owner? So educate yourself, continually learn new things, subscribe to my channel or follow me or listen to this podcast, because we're going to continually get educated. I am always reading something new. I'm always watching a new video, subscribing to something different, listening, learning, and I find that every week that goes by, I feel like I'm a better marketer than it was. And then I look at rule number one, commandment number one, and I say, it's science, not intuition. So I might feel I'm a better marketer, but I have to look at what I've created. Has what I've created improved? Have I figured out new ways to reach the people that I'm trying to reach? There are new ways to reach audiences. Have I created better conversions in my marketing? And by the way, if any of these words are a little bit over your head, like the word conversion, it's a marketing term. Most people can kind of understand what that means, but we're going to go all into stuff like that throughout other episodes. So anyway, an educated marketer is a great marketer. Continue to learn, continue to educate yourself, and you're going to do fantastic. Number 3, when you fail, try again, right? If you don't succeed, try again. Let me tell you, the reason why it's when you fail, and I have to credit that to a really good friend of mine, Mark, but because I had, if you don't succeed, try again. He said, it's maybe when you fail. And I loved it because guess what? As you create a piece of marketing content, you are going to fail. Something is not going to work. You're going to have this great idea. You maybe looked at a bunch of data and you figured, no, this campaign's going to work. I figured it out. I surveyed some customers, or I talked to other people within my industry or who own other businesses. This is a really, really good idea. And you launch it, you do something, whether it's you send an email or you do a Facebook campaign or you buy an ad somewhere, or you make a live streaming Facebook and YouTube video like this. And sometimes it's not going to work. So what do? You go ahead and you do it again. You try again, you try again, you try again. You learn new things. You go back to the second commandment. You educate yourself, and you go back to the first commandment, and you look at the science behind it. So that's the way it's got to be. It's kind of like sometimes these commandments go up, right? So when you fail, which you're going to have a campaign or something that fails, it doesn't mean your entire existence of being a marketer or a business owner or whatever you are is going to fail, but pieces of it are going to fail. When that fails, you go back up. What did I learn from this experience? What's my takeaway? If you have a good takeaway, then you're doing something good. Bob Ross, the painter, he talks about, we don't have mistakes, we have happy accidents. And then if you've watched him before, he actually talks about the only time in life when you've truly made a mistake is when you've failed and you didn't learn anything from it. So take commandment number 3. When you fail, try again. But before you try, go to number 2. An educated marketer. What did I learn from this? What else can I read about or learn about to help me succeed the next time? And then go back to number 1, that it's about the science behind it. Marketing is a science. Look at the numbers, figure out what failed. Okay? And I want you to really think about all of the steps that involved, in failing. If it's you just didn't make sales, that's part of a failure. But were people watching, say, the video that you created? So people watched the video, but they did not buy. So these are the steps. We need to take kind of the science behind it all and look at it. And this is not one of the commandments, but one of the things that I like to stand by is always looking for your audience to want more and look forward to the next thing. I think that's really important as a marketer, as you're creating things for whether it's emails, videos, podcasts, if you are mailing content out, whatever you're doing, whatever the way your marketing is, you need to get people excited to see the next thing. I mean, and we know this is true, all the time, as with commercials, right? I mean, we see commercials on TV or video ads that we stop because they're funny or they're entertaining, and oftentimes people will talk about like Geico ads, that they're funny and they're entertaining. So when one comes up and you see the cavemen, you're actually kind of looking forward to seeing maybe what are they doing, what's the funny thing that's happening. So what you want to do is you consistently want people to enjoy your marketing. You want them to want to see the next piece of it, watch more of it. So that's what I'm hoping to do now. I've got 7 more commandments that I'm going to share with you at a later time. So I want you to please share this with others. I request that from you. And like on Facebook, follow on Twitter and Instagram, go to YouTube and subscribe. If you like Periscope, please go on there. Go on to iTunes. Marketing Bigly is going to be there very soon at the actual date of this live and recording right now. I don't have it on iTunes or podcasts yet, but we're inches away. Some of this content needs to be created first before it becomes the first podcast. So thank you, everybody, for watching and listening, and I'm going to leave you with that right now. I do ask for one thing as we leave as we leave this right now, is to please share with somebody or write some of these down and share some of those commandments with others. Ask them to watch this and check it out and write them down and think about how you are actually are or are not following so far the top 3 commandments. And if you're not, then I want you to go ahead and change something about that, because it's going to make you a better marketer. It's going to help your bottom line. It's going to help your business in the long run. So thank you for watching, everybody. And I look forward to the next time we chat. And please feel free to comment or like or share or say anything you would like. And let's have a good conversation about these 10 commandments. So just to remember, if you're writing things down or you want to write them down, number 1, it is science, not intuition. Marketing isn't about what you think will work. It's about tracking results and what does work. Number 2, an educated marketer is a great marketer. Continue your education on technology and trends. You will find it will help you succeed better than ever. And number 3, when you fail, try again. You will fail. It's a reality. The goal is to try and continue to try until you find the methods that win for you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned as we continue to master modern marketing and marketing bigly. Thank you.